Things we learned about Freddie Mercury after he died. Freddie Mercury, the legendary frontman of the legendary rock ensemble Queen, has left an everlasting imprint on the global stage with his captivating live shows and timeless melodies. Nevertheless, it is the enigmatic revelations he left for his audience after his passing that hold the greatest fascination. In this video, we will delve into the entire set of secrets he has tried to hide about his life. Before losing his battle against AIDS, he made a poignant request to his former partner, Mary Austin, a woman who held a special place in his heart. He asked her to bury his ashes in a place so private that it would remain hidden from the prying eyes of the world, even from his own family and friends. This request reflected the deep sense of privacy and fear he had harbored during a time when AIDS was shrouded in stigma and misunderstanding. Mary Austin, now at the age of 70, has steadfastly upheld Freddie's wishes. She has guarded the secret of his burial location for over 3 decades, and in a recent statement to Mail Online, she shared the reasons behind this decision. Freddie's concern was not just about privacy. He feared that vandals might desecrate his final resting place, given the intensity of his fans' devotion. In the immediate aftermath of Freddie's passing at the age of 45, Mary kept his ashes in her bedroom for 2 years. She took her time to gather the courage to fulfill his last wish. When the moment finally came, she crafted a clever ruse to ensure her staff wouldn't suspect anything unusual. She explained to them that she was going for a facial, a seemingly ordinary errand that hid the true purpose of her outing. She stressed the need for it to be a normal day to avoid staff gossip, underlining the secrecy and sensitivity surrounding Freddie's burial. Speculations among fans have run wild regarding Freddie's final resting place. Some believe it may be in Zanzibar, his birthplace, while others think he's buried under a cherry tree in the garden of his London home. Even when a pedestal bearing his birth name, Farrukh Bulsara, was erected at Kensal Green Cemetery in West London, fans thought they had discovered the truth. However, Mary Austin has consistently denied these rumors, keeping Freddie's secret well guarded. Despite the complexities of their relationship, Freddie and Mary shared a deep bond. They were engaged until Freddie revealed his bisexuality, which led to a change in their romantic relationship. Nevertheless, their emotional connection endured until Freddie's untimely death. He often referred to Mary as his common-law wife and declared that he never stopped loving her. In his autobiography, he wrote, "There have only been 2 individuals who have given back as much love to me as I gave to them. Mary, with whom I had a long affair, and our cat, Jerry." Mary went on to marry Pierce Cameron, with whom she had 2 sons, Richard and Jamie. However, their marriage ended in divorce in 1993. She later married Nicholas Holford in 1998, but their relationship also eventually ended after 4 years together. Despite these changes in her personal life, Mary Austin remains the keeper of Freddie Mercury's most intimate secret, a testament to the enduring love and trust they shared throughout their lives. As Freddie's final days unfolded, it was Elton's turn to reciprocate the support and friendship they had shared. Elton John made regular visits to Freddie's home, offering companionship and solace during a challenging year. Their deep bond was evident as they sat together, sharing conversations and ensuring that Freddie did not face his battles alone. On a poignant Christmas day, Elton received a final gift from Freddie, a gift that left a lasting impact on his heart. A friend arrived at his door bearing a package wrapped in a pillowcase. When Elton unwrapped it, he discovered a painting by one of his favorite artists, Henry Scott Tuke, along with a heartfelt note from Freddie. The note was addressed to Sharon, Elton's drag queen alter ego, and was signed Melina, Freddie's own persona. The note read, "Dear Sharon, I thought you'd like this. Love, Melina. Happy Christmas." Elton was deeply moved and emotionally overwhelmed by this unexpected gesture from his late friend. He described himself as crying like a child when he read the note. In that moment, he recognized the depth of Freddie's selflessness, even in the face of his own impending mortality. Elton John's recollection of this poignant exchange encapsulates the essence of Freddie Mercury's character, a beautiful soul who, even in death, continued to embody the qualities that made him so special in life. Freddie's legacy extends far beyond his music, as he is remembered not only for his unparalleled talent, but also for his unwavering friendship, compassion, and the profound impact he had on those fortunate enough to know him. Upon his passing, Freddie bequeathed the majority of his considerable fortune to Mary Austin, a woman who held a unique place in his heart. This included a magnificent mansion in West London, valued at an impressive £20 million, and a share of the profits from his future record sales. The gesture was a reflection of their deep bond and affection that had persisted between them, even after their romantic relationship had evolved into a deep friendship. As Freddie's health deteriorated due to the devastating effects of AIDS, he seemed to possess an uncanny awareness of his impending fate. Mary Austin remarked that he had chosen his time to die, as his life had become a harrowing battle against increasing pain and a dramatic decline in quality of life. His decision to entrust his fortune to Mary was a poignant recognition of her unwavering support and the significant role she played in his life. In a touching display of foresight and consideration, Freddie took the time to prepare Christmas gifts for his close friends and family, gifts that would be delivered after his passing. Among the recipients of this generosity was Elton John, a dear friend who had once credited Freddie with saving his life during a tumultuous period of cocaine addiction. Freddie's encouragement had led Elton to check into rehab, ultimately altering the course of his life. The details of his journey through the early days of the AIDS epidemic also shed light on the complexity of his situation. HIV or AIDS symptoms first manifested in Freddie Mercury as early as 1982, a time when understanding of the virus was limited and stigma and fear surrounded the disease. Authors Matt Richards and Mark Langthorne revealed in their biographical book, Somebody to Love, the life, death, and legacy of Freddie Mercury, that Mercury had secretly visited a doctor in New York City to address a white lesion on his tongue, which might have been an early sign of infection, possibly hairy leukoplakia. Interestingly, Mercury's symptoms became more pronounced after Queen's final American appearance with him on Saturday Night Live in September 1982. It was during this time that he had been in contact with someone recently infected with HIV. However, Mercury kept his condition hidden from the public eye, likely due to the limited knowledge about HIV/AIDS at the time and the fear and stigma associated with the disease. In October 1986, British press reports emerged suggesting that Mercury had his blood tested for HIV/AIDS at a Harley Street clinic, indicating a growing concern about his health. It wasn't until late April 1987 that Freddie Mercury received an official diagnosis of AIDS, as confirmed by his partner, Jim Hutton. Interestingly, around the same period, Mercury publicly claimed in an interview to have tested negative for HIV, reflecting the secrecy and misinformation surrounding the disease. As Mercury's health deteriorated, his gaunt appearance and Queen's absence from touring led to rampant speculation and rumors about his condition in the British press. Former lovers of Mercury contributed to the tabloid stories, adding to the public's growing concern. By 1990, the rumors about his health were pervasive. Despite the mounting speculation, Mercury and his inner circle of friends and colleagues continued to deny the stories. It has been suggested that Mercury's decision to keep his condition private might have hindered AIDS awareness efforts. However, it is important to understand that Mercury's choice to conceal his illness was likely driven by a desire to protect those closest to him. Brian May, Queen's guitarist, later revealed that Mercury had informed the band of his illness much earlier than the public was aware. Mercury's battle with AIDS ultimately became public knowledge, but his journey through the early days of the epidemic reflects the fear, stigma, and limited understanding that surrounded the disease at the time. His legacy extends beyond music, serving as a reminder of the challenges faced by those living with HIV/AIDS during that era. The poignant and touching final moments of Freddie Mercury's life were captured in the music video for These Are the Days of Our Lives, filmed in May 1991. These scenes serve as a testament to the artist's enduring spirit and his commitment to his fans, even as he faced the devastating effects of AIDS. In the video, Freddie Mercury, visibly frail and thin, made his last appearance in front of the camera. Clad in a waistcoat adorned with images of cats, a garment lovingly crafted for him by Queen's costume designer Diana Mosley, Mercury conveyed a sense of vulnerability and grace. These scenes were a poignant reflection of his deteriorating health. Mercury gazed directly into the camera, offering a farewell look that spoke volumes. In those fleeting moments, he whispered, "I still love you," a heartfelt message directed towards his fans who had stood by him throughout his remarkable career. These words were Freddie's last on-camera utterance, a profound expression of gratitude and affection. The video's director, Rudy Dolezal, recalled that AIDS was never explicitly discussed during the filming process. Mercury had chosen not to address his illness publicly, and only a few individuals, including the band members and those in his inner circle, were aware of his condition. Freddie had steadfastly maintained, "I don't want to put any burden on other people by telling them my tragedy." Despite his ailing condition, Mercury displayed incredible determination and professionalism during the shoot. Dolezal had been instructed to keep the filming process swift due to Mercury's health, but as the filming neared its end, Freddie requested one more take for the final lyrics of the song. These lyrics: "Those days are gone now, but one thing's still true. When I look and I find I still love you," held deep significance. In those precious seconds, Freddie summoned all of his remaining strength for the final heroic pose. He then collapsed gently into himself with a soft laugh, leaving an indelible image of resilience. Staring directly into the camera, he whispered his ultimate message, "I still love you," a declaration of love and appreciation to his devoted fans. With a graceful snap of his fingers and a flourish, he walked out of the frame, leaving behind an artistic exit that he had carefully orchestrated. Rudy Dolezal reflected on these final moments, describing them as a resume of Freddie's entire life. In those fleeting seconds, Mercury conveyed, "I was a big superstar, but don't take it too seriously." He then shared his enduring love with his fans, who had been an integral part of his journey. Even in his last moments, Freddie Mercury had planned his exit artistically, leaving behind a powerful and poignant testament to his character and the indomitable spirit of his music. As Mercury's health deteriorated due to the effects of AIDS, he remained resolute in his commitment to music. While the rest of the band was ready to record, Freddie would make brief appearances in the studio for an hour or two at a time. Brian May, Queen's guitarist, recalled how Mercury continually urged them to write more music for him to sing. His fearless approach to his work was a source of inspiration to those around him. Despite the challenges, Mercury had no fear and kept pushing forward. Justin Shirley Smith, the assistant engineer for those final recording sessions, recalled that the atmosphere was far from somber. It was filled with laughter and joy. Freddie's sense of humor shone through, and he often made those around him laugh. Shirley Smith emphasized that Mercury's approach to his illness was, "I'm not going to think about it. I'm going to do this." After completing his work with Queen in June 1991, Mercury retired to his home in Kensington, West London. During his final years, Mary Austin, his former partner, provided invaluable comfort and care. She made regular visits to look after him, becoming a source of solace during his illness. As Mercury's health continued to decline, he began to lose his sight, leaving him bedridden in the last weeks of his life. Despite the immense pain and suffering, he chose not to prolong his life with medication and opted only for painkillers. On November 22, 1991, Freddie Mercury summoned Queen's manager Jim Beach to his Kensington home to prepare a public statement. This statement, released the following day, confirmed the devastating truth. Mercury had tested HIV positive and had AIDS. He had kept this information private to protect the privacy of those around him, but decided it was time for the world to know. In his statement, he called on his friends, fans, and people worldwide to join the fight against this terrible disease. On the evening of November 24, 1991, just 24 hours after releasing his statement, Freddie Mercury passed away at the age of 45 in his Kensington home. The cause of his death was bronchial pneumonia, a complication of AIDS. His dear friend, Dave Clark of the Dave Clark Five, was present at his bedside vigil when Mercury took his last breath. Mary Austin took on the heartbreaking task of informing Freddie's parents and sister, which led to the news reaching a newspaper and television crews in the early hours of November 25th. It is known that, even though he knew his life was coming to an end, he steadfastly refused to succumb to self-pity. His primary desire was to maintain his productivity while evading the prying eyes of the media, choosing to keep his devastating diagnosis a closely guarded secret. Mercury's decision to keep his condition private was driven by his aversion to becoming an object of pity and morbid curiosity. He had no intention of allowing vultures to circle above him during his final days, preying on his vulnerability. His close friend and bandmate, Roger Taylor, reflected on this in a 1999 interview with Entertainment Weekly, emphasizing Mercury's strong resolve to maintain his dignity and independence in the face of his illness. Despite his deteriorating health, Mercury continued to pursue his passion for music, resolutely engaging in recording sessions throughout most of his remaining years. Notably, Queen released the single "The Show Must Go On" just 6 weeks before Mercury's tragic passing. During the recording of this song, Mercury's physical condition had deteriorated to such an extent that his fellow bandmate, Brian May, expressed genuine concern about his ability to deliver the vocals. In response, Mercury, displaying his characteristic determination and spirit, simply declared, "I'll fucking do it, darling." He bravely downed a shot of vodka, entered the recording booth, and delivered an extraordinary vocal performance, leaving no doubt about his enduring artistry and commitment to his craft. However, the toll on his health was undeniable. During the recording of "Mother Love," Mercury found himself unable to complete the final verse. Recognizing his limitations, he admitted, "I'm not feeling that great. I think I should call it a day now. I'll finish it when I come back next time." Tragically, there would be no next time. Freddie Mercury never returned to the studio, leaving his bandmate Brian May to sing the poignant last verse of "Mother Love" on his behalf. Freddie Mercury's battle with HIV/AIDS was a harrowing and painful journey, marked by the insidious nature of the virus and the secondary infections it unleashed upon his fragile immune system. Unlike many other illnesses, HIV doesn't directly cause death. Instead, it cripples the immune system, rendering the body vulnerable to a host of opportunistic infections and diseases that would normally be easily controlled by a healthy immune system. Kaposi's sarcoma was one of the first visible signs of Freddie Mercury's illness. This cancer, caused by the human herpes virus 8, manifested as lesions on his skin, particularly on his upper body. For a person with a strong immune system, this virus typically remains dormant and doesn't lead to symptoms. However, in Mercury's compromised state, the virus wreaked havoc on his body, resulting in the development of these distinctive skin lesions. As his condition deteriorated, Mercury faced a multitude of horrifying complications. Guitarist Brian May shared a particularly distressing detail in a 2017 interview with the Sunday Times magazine. He recounted an incident where Mercury revealed the condition of his foot, describing it as tragically diminished with very little left of it. This shocking revelation was a stark reminder of the toll that AIDS was taking on the beloved singer's body. Mercury's openness about his physical struggles was a testament to his strength and candor, even in the face of such adversity. Ultimately, it was pneumonia, a common but potentially deadly infection, that claimed Freddie Mercury's life. Pneumonia took advantage of his severely weakened immune system, making it impossible for him to fend off the infection effectively. Mercury's battle with HIV/AIDS was a painful and arduous one, marked by the relentless assault on his body by a multitude of diseases and infections, each exploiting his compromised immune system. Despite the overwhelming challenges he faced, Freddie Mercury's courage and resilience shone through, leaving an indelible mark on the world and a legacy that continues to inspire. Reportedly, Freddie was probably more bisexual than gay. Freddie Mercury's sexual orientation and relationships were indeed more complex than the simplistic labels of his time, challenging conventional notions of sexuality. While societal norms often pressured individuals to fit into rigid categories of being either straight or gay, Mercury's experiences defied such binary classifications. It's crucial to recognize that human sexuality is a multifaceted spectrum, and individuals can experience a wide range of attractions and affections. Freddie Mercury's journey exemplified this complexity. Mercury's emotional connections with women, especially his ex-fiancée Mary Austin, remained profound and enduring throughout his life. Even after their romantic relationship had concluded, he continued to express his love for her. He once articulated that he couldn't love a man in the same way he loved Mary Austin, underscoring the depth of their bond. Their connection was so profound that Mercury considered her his soulmate, a title that carried significant weight in his life. At the same time, Mercury's physical attraction was predominantly directed towards men. He openly embraced his homosexuality and embarked on a 7-year relationship with Jim Hutton, which lasted until the end of his life. Jim Hutton was a significant presence in Mercury's world, offering him companionship, support, and love during his final years. The complexity of Mercury's romantic and emotional inclinations may have caused some confusion and challenges, especially toward the end of his life. Despite his enduring relationship with Jim Hutton, Mercury continued to regard Mary Austin as his soulmate. As a testament to the profound impact she had on his life, he designated her as the natural heir to his fortune. Freddie Mercury's story serves as a poignant reminder that human sexuality is not easily confined to conventional labels. His ability to navigate and embrace these complexities in an era less accepting of diverse sexual identities reflects his courage and authenticity in embracing his true self. This aspect of his life adds depth to his legacy, highlighting his unwavering commitment to self-expression and his refusal to conform to societal expectations. One secret about Freddie that makes scholars begin to research is his singing voice. Recent research has provided compelling evidence to reaffirm the exceptional nature of Mercury's vocal abilities, shedding new light on the extent of his vocal prowess. This groundbreaking study was conducted by a team of researchers hailing from Austria, the Czech Republic, and Sweden, and its findings were published in the journal Logopedics, Phoniatrics, Vocology, available through Alpha Galileo. While the study was unable to definitively confirm the widely held belief that Mercury possessed a vocal range spanning 4 full octaves, it unearthed intriguing insights into the remarkable expanse of his vocal capabilities. One of the most significant revelations from the research was the suggestion that Mercury, despite his common designation as a tenor, was more likely a baritone. This conclusion was drawn from a comprehensive analysis of 6 interviews in which Mercury's median speaking fundamental frequency was determined to be 117.3 Hz. This data, combined with anecdotal evidence suggesting that Mercury once declined an opera duet due to concerns that his fans wouldn't recognize his baritone voice, strongly indicated his exceptional versatility as a vocalist. although conducting research on a deceased subject presents inherent challenges. The quest to unravel the secrets of Mercury's exceptional voice led to an illuminating study. To better understand the mechanics behind his iconic rough growls and jaw-dropping vibratos, researchers embarked on a unique journey. Recognizing the need for a living test subject, the research team enlisted the expertise of professional rock singer Daniel Zanger-Borsch, tasking him with replicating Mercury's distinctive vocal style. This investigation went beyond the surface, employing cutting-edge technology to capture Zanger-Borsch's larynx at an astonishing 4,000 frames per second. By scrutinizing these high-speed images, researchers gained invaluable insights into how the Queen frontman created his unparalleled vocal effects. One of the most captivating discoveries was the likelihood that Mercury employed subharmonics, a singing technique characterized by the simultaneous vibration of the ventricular folds alongside the vocal folds. Typically, humans do not employ their ventricular folds for speaking or singing, except for specialized groups like Tuvan throat singers. Therefore, the revelation that a mainstream rock vocalist like Mercury likely utilized subharmonics was nothing short of extraordinary. Additionally, the research delved into the speed of Mercury's vocal cords, revealing that they operated at an astonishingly rapid pace compared to those of the average person. While a typical vibrato oscillates between 5.4 Hz and 6.9 Hz, Mercury's vibrato measured an impressive 7.04 Hz. In scientific terms, a perfect sine wave for vibrato is assigned a value of 1, a range where renowned opera singer Luciano Pavarotti resided. Mercury, however, averaged a value of 0.57, indicating that he was capable of producing vibrations in his throat that even Pavarotti could not replicate. In summary, this comprehensive study, despite its complexities and the limitations of examining a historical figure, conclusively affirmed what music enthusiasts have long celebrated. Freddie Mercury possessed a voice that defied categorization and set him apart as one of the most unique and unforgettable singers and stage performers in the annals of rock and roll history. Some sources also revealed that Freddie once snuck Lady Diana into a gay bar. In the mid-1980s, Freddie Mercury formed a close friendship with Princess Diana, who was one of the most persistently hounded and harassed figures in the celebrity world. He shared a deep empathy for her plight, and together they conspired to orchestrate a daring escapade aimed at granting Diana a respite from the relentless paparazzi. Their ingenious plan unfolded as Mercury, along with a couple of trusted friends, ingeniously disguised Diana. They adorned her in an inconspicuous ensemble, featuring an army jacket, dark aviator sunglasses, and a leather cap, cleverly concealing her distinctive hair. With their disguise complete, the trio ventured into one of London's most notorious and lively gay bars, known for its raucous atmosphere. To their amazement, the audacious ruse worked seamlessly. The bar's patrons, typically drawn to Mercury and his entourage like moths to a flame, were so captivated by the presence of the music legend and his companions that they paid little to no attention to the woman in their midst. Diana, surrounded by a bustling crowd of people, relished the rare experience of anonymity throughout the entire evening. The princess was exhilarated by the adventure, and as the night unfolded, she expressed her hope to repeat such escapades in the future. In this remarkable episode, Freddie Mercury's friendship with Lady Diana not only demonstrated his understanding of the challenges faced by high-profile figures, but also showcased his unwavering commitment to ensuring moments of respite and normalcy for his cherished friend amidst the unforgiving glare of the public eye. What do you think about the things that Freddie Mercury tried to hide during the years of his artistic career? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to leave a like, a share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.